Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast, the only podcast that does not use Ozempic. We actually work out. Well, I work out.
I actually walked a lot today.
Josh walked a lot today.
I did.
Josh needs to get a treadmill. We're going to get him a treadmill, listener. We're going to buy him a treadmill or a bike. We're going to get him a bike. Josh, how would you feel about having a bike?
I don't know. It depends on the bike, because I know my problem with a bike is like I just want to sit in a chair and then pedal. I don't necessarily want to sit on a bike seat. So I probably want like a reclining kind of bike thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So the only like I have such a weird bony ass that like it just hurts the if you hurts your both combination of crotch and or bones in your pelvis. And it's just like over time, it's like, fuck, if I could just sit up on this bike, I'd feel better. And I do. But because of my heavy weight, I actually just fucking push the bike seat. So it's now pointing straight up. And I just kind of fall off the fucking bike seat.
Josh has a dildo up his ass whenever he's riding a bike. Didn't need to know that, but...
No, it's not dildo. It's just that I try to sit up and I go, I feel comfortable. Or he's
crushing his balls, so...
Or crunching my nuts.
Maybe that's why his voice is so high.
No, I have a nasally voice.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Nasally, that's what you said.
It's nasally. It's all about the nose cavity.
It's all about that nose cavity. Yeah, no, Yeah, this week has been fucked up. We got some news. We'll talk about news. Some layoffs this week, actually. Unfortunately, we had some. Nothing in the topic. Call of Duty was debating about putting 9/11 in Call of Duty. There was that. There's the rumor that Microsoft's going to buy Valve, which has already been determined to not be true. Or last week, I should say. Last week.
Mike, I have to say, Valve has so much money that they could just laugh at Microsoft and go, no.
I mean, if Valve got purchased by Microsoft, gaming is dead.
Practically, yeah.
PC
and also,
gaming is dead. Linux is dead.
Valve knows that they probably know that they're doing stuff that's super important for everyone, and they probably know that being private is the most important thing possible right now.
Your games are now all going to exclusively feature the worst characters on the planet Earth. Like, we're talking about, like, you know those people who are like, I'm perfect. Let me tell you how perfect I am. It's going to be every single character is going to be that from now on. It's just going to be the worst. You're going to start smoking, like, you're in order to, like, gaming on Linux will no longer be a thing. The only good upside is Windows might actually get better for PC gaming, but that's besides the point. Josh, you're right. You're
like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that, Steam being private right now is probably the best thing possible. So even a remote rumor saying, they're going to get bought out by Microsoft is like, well, how much money are going to throw at this that they supposedly have? Unless it's like, I don't know, $100 billion, I don't think this is going to happen.
Why would you play this? Why would you want this game platform to add to your Xbox platform? What's the benefit?
Yeah, what is the benefit in any way? Like, other than taking out the competition?
Like, it would be like akin to like Epic Games trying to buy like Steam.
Yeah.
It would be like if Epic ever did that, it would be like, okay, like, I already don't like you. You're a piece of shit in my eyes.
Yep.
I'm going to just burn you to the ground because it's funny. Because like Epic has the problem where Epic, like, Epic has the problem where it's like they were like, we're number one, we're the best around, and then you look at like the feature set and you're like, Steam's just better, just works better. It's just an overall better product. That's odd. Something's wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. The rumor has already been deemed like, no, that's not happening. There's no way in hell that's happening. Valve has basically said, no, it's not happening. And that's kind of it. It's interesting though, because if that was even on the table, Microsoft, it probably was something where it was like mentioned at a golf course between like, I don't know, maybe Sarah Bond and like some executive of Valve, where they're like, could you swing this by Gavin? Would it be possible? Probably not, eh? Bullshit like that. But yeah, no. Josh.
Yeah.
You played a video game.
I played 2 video games, technically.
Oh. Two?
2 whole video games.
You bought Baldur's Gate 3? Oh my god, I'm so proud of you.
Sorry.
I could kiss you.
Is Baldur's Gate 3 pronounced as Pepper Grinder? Is that another way of pronouncing it?
No.
Oh.
No,
it's Pepper Grinder. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, it looks interesting. No. It looks very... Is this a 2D action game?
This is a 2D platformer with, I guess, dolphin physics.
Is this a drill game? Do you drill?
Your character picks up a drill and you start using the ground as you're the dolphin going through the ground and popping out of it like a dolphin.
This is amazing. I shall buy this game.
It's
money
good.
I have.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
I know, but Josh, I'm poor, so you have to hear me out here. I'm poor.
Oh, damn. You're right.
Yeah, I might pick it up and buy it.
You're so poor.
Yeah. I might have to buy it.
But I would have to wait until payment, then maybe throw a video game at your face.
Yes. This is one of those games where it's like, oh, I actually really like the idea of it. And it has like this cool... Is it a Devolver digital game?
Yes, it is. God
damn. What is with those guys?
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, do they? I think they just make good video games. It's just... And they also gave it like a really good 2D art style.
It's like the art style is something that's pretty good. Like, it's visually stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And also I can always kind of, because the way the gameplay is and the way the character looks, I never felt lost in the screen of like what I'm doing. Because some certain platformers I play, I forget the one I played before, but it was like, I can't play this because I keep losing my character in the screen, just simply because that's how the art looked. And this one, thankfully, doesn't fall into that, because it's like, oh, like, follow this little blue hair. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Follow the blue hair.
It's a good art style that has, like, a unique kind of, like, style and look, and you're not, like, going, like, holy fuck.
Yeah, you're not just going, like, oh, what am I looking at? What's background and foreground?
What is this game?
What is this game? But, like, yeah, the main mechanic of the game is... You pick up the drill and you start drilling through the ground, and you kind of just start using it as both your weapon, as your jumping mechanism, as your puzzle solving mechanism. It does everything, basically. It's amazing how many problems you can solve with a drill.
Drills are good, it turns out.
Yeah, it turns out drills are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the main mechanic of the game is drill into certain dirt areas, and then you pop out of the drill area like a dolphin would. Mm-hmm. And then when you pop out, you can even give yourself a boost so you can jump even higher. That's before you exit from the hole.
Oh.
And then there's a bunch of other smaller things with the gameplay where it's like, oh, if I travel out of this dirt hole and slam up against this platform that it's like either blue or red, I can flip all these platforms from on and off, so I can go, oh, so I can keep going this one one direction where these platforms are blocking my path, or keep going, like, or just like I can turn on off a switch and like jump over to this direction, or a lot of like really cool traversing from this game that I like quite a bit. And what else? I played only up until the boss. I was gonna be like, oh, I should play this boss fight, and then I look at the clock and it said 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh no.
Oh god, that's like what I did last night, where I was like, here, I'll just send this to you, so that way then you can be like, you can see my ramblings of lunacy. I did the same thing last night. I was like, oh man, I should go to bed, and then I started writing on my phone, and then just continued reading.
And continued writing.
And then I was like, looked over, and I was like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's about it. You need access.
You need stupidity.
I requested access.
Oh, all right. I'll give you access.
I mean, you're sent a link and it said I need access, so.
Well, who the fuck gives a shit?
Anyways,
yeah, that game looks great. I want.
Yeah, like the drilling, the dolphin physics of how you're drilling in and out of objects is pretty fun. You
know what? It's kind of, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the game Webbed that like I think I played like 20 minutes of and was just like, I don't give a shit about this game.
Oh,
it's really stopped playing.
Oh, it's the one with the cute spider, right?
Yes, the one with the cute spider was like, I'm going to play this, and then I didn't play it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a game I should actually, like, I have it installed, I'm pretty sure. I just haven't hit the play button. Mm-hmm. And I think the only reason why I haven't quite jumped on that yet is just because, I just got other cooler things at the moment right now.
I could play something different and have more fun.
I mean, it's not like anything else. I don't know. It's not just like saying, oh, this is funner than this other one, or this was more excitement or something. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. This was just newer. I'm just going to try this for a moment. And then maybe I'll go back to this. Also, my ever-growing backlog is getting worse. So,
I mean, like, that's the problem, too, is like this week I was like, I'm going to actually play a video game. And then I didn't.
And then you just scroll back and forth in your list. You're like,
no, I was going to play Helldriver. I was going to play Hellblade 2.
Oh, okay.
I was going to play Hellblade 2 because I was going to stream it too. Because I was like, well, I might as well just stream it and just like, stream it on Twitch and then like be like, do the fucking thing. And then I was like, I'm just not going to do that. I just can't. I'm not really in the mood to. And then now I'm like, fuck, I should have played it. Because, like, I really am like, I should edit that. I should really do something where it's like the Fistful of Dollars intro, the Fistful of Dollars meme where it's like something happens and then it keeps on getting better and better and better. Something like that. But, like, now I'm like, I could do that, but I'm not going to. So I'm just not going to.
I see.
Yeah.
Just like, rather not.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I give Pepper Grinder 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. I still gotta play more. It's a 10 out of 10.
Play all of it.
It's also from Digital Devolver, so it's like even if you're like maybe you're iffy about it, knowing the seal of approval that is Digital Devolver, it's like, oh, I know this game is going to be at least good. Like
this game is going to at least make my dick hard.
Yeah, exactly. I know,
and not in that way.
And not in that way. But
it's not going to be like playing like this other video game.
Yep. Although I do know that from Digital Devolver, there might be some titles from them that go, I don't think it's my cup of tea. That's fine. I know not everything is going to be like what you want.
My issue with Devolver Digital as a company is like for every single time they make a really good game, there's like every single time we talk about Devolver Digital, it's always like, oh yeah, they exist. They make really good games. I'm really happy about this.
I feel whenever a cool game happens and you look at the cool game and you say, wow, this game is cool, and it's always the game, not the publisher that's in front of it.
Yeah.
The publisher goes, we'll help you push your name out further, and that's what a publisher should do.
It's
not dictate what the fuck is going to happen. It's like, no, that's not what you should fucking, that's not what your job title is.
It's not like when it's not like when you like watch like some of these executives right now where they're it's clearly the other people, and it's like this is all happening under your leadership. What the fuck are you doing?
Or hell, I remember hearing some stories before of other publishers meddling with developers and like to the point of like, oh, maybe we won't publish your game if you don't add this in. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
So that's actually a really good jumping on point, because like we kind of should talk about this, but like that is like a really big problem in the industry right now, where it feels like as if like you're like, before it was like the publisher would give us money and then we would just be like, they give us money. Okay, we're gonna go make this video now, and was that the game that we and we're gonna make this other game now, so we're gonna put 50% here and another 50% here.
Yep.
And then nowadays it's like, we're gonna make the game that we pitched and they're gonna be happy, or they're telling us that we're making this video game now, and shit, fuck. God damn it.
Like, I know that a publisher, I think what a publisher should do, and basically what I think a publisher should be, is they don't develop a game, or they don't throw money at a developer and go like, you're gonna do this now. I think it should be more of, they poach from games that are finished, and then they go, okay, we think we can you have the moxie to go further, we'll help you go further. And that should be how that works. In my brain anyways.
I think that like what it is I think that like I think that like when we're talking about like publisher studio relationships, I think it makes sense that like publishers own studios and stuff like that. And I think it makes sense that they should be dictating kind of like what they're doing. The problem I have with it is that they go, the way that publishers have been doing things for the past little bit has been, we're going to burn everything to the ground, and then we're gonna like laugh and scream, and then everything's gonna be in service to us. And this is like what I have an issue with the modern day. A lot of the modern day systems is like, you know, you're watching the system burn, and people are like, well, you know, it's burning because of this, and it's like, it's clearly burning because you guys are idiots and morons. Like, you're not doing enough. Like, I'm sorry, but like the problem is you. And then it's that kind of like metric where it's like, well, I can't like go without like my second yacht.
Yep.
Like, that's the argument that's being made here. Whereas like what's been happening with this publisher dev relationship is like, you see it best with like Nintendo and Satoru Iwata, whose name I cannot say enough, because he's the only one who sat there and he went, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, we made a mistake here, and the executives are going to take the bone. The executives are going to be the ones who take the hit.
Yeah.
And like, that is something that like more publishers need to do, is just say, we are the ones who are making the mistake here. We're the ones who are hurting the industry. We're the ones who are doing all of this stuff. And then all of this damage is not 100% our fault, but we need to take some onus on this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what happened. That isn't happening right now.
Right.
I feel.
I can also think like, you know, like a lot of it's like you said, dictated by like dudes and chairs, and who don't touch a thing about game development, making bad decisions and going, this is a good decision. It's like, no, you just want to fill out your pocket wallet and just stuff it as much as you can because you don't give a flying fuck. Because for whatever reason, burning everything to the floor makes you more money somehow.
Yeah. It's like you're watching a bunch of people and they're like it's this game is going to sell bangers, and you're like, I could have told you it's not like 4 months ago, and now you're realizing it. Okay. Yep. Like, it's not as dire as I'm making it out to be, but it's pretty fucking dire when you're like, man,
X people get released from a game studio every other week / closing.
Oh man, it's so dire when you're like, man, why is the studio going down? Oh, because
the execs were stupid.
Because the execs listened to a bunch of writers and consultants who said that this is going to make them shitloads of money.
No, the line goes up.
The don't get hurt. The executives don't get hurt. Guess who gets hurt? Oh, the fucking people who fucking forced to make a product. Give me a second. I gotta go for a second.
Okay. Yeah, like the execs that have to, make more. Basically, they just want more money. And the decisions don't touch them in any way. In fact, the worst way they will touch them would be like, oh, I quit. I will just go to another company, and they will just end up getting a golden parachute and make more money, which is even worse. I blame capitalism. We should burn capitalism to the ground.
No, we shouldn't burn capitalism. Capitalism isn't the problem, Josh. The problem is idiots. The problem is that you have a bunch of people who. Problem is actually okay. I'll be honest. The problem is BlackRock. Problem is the consultancy firms. Problem is that you have a bunch of people who have been told the way to make money for years and years and years is that customer service is not important anymore.
Yep.
And customer service is making something for the customers is less important than making something for a group of people who will never buy your product. That makes sense. And this fake audience doesn't exist. There are people who, like, and gaming is like a $1.8 billion industry. Like, you don't need to make games you can make games for targeted groups of people, and it's fine. And right now, you have games that really, quite frankly, don't cater to anyone. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, sad, sucks, but, hey, that's kind of the industry right now. These large multinational, these large games that need to cater to everyone, it's not feasible anymore. And, it sucks, but hey, that's kind of reality. And the problem is that you have these executives who, I'm going to go back to the point that you were going to make, where it's like capitalism sucks and stuff like that. The problem is a lot of these executives, they're the ones who made these decisions, and they're not even facing the consequences. They're the ones who are like getting away scot-free. They get away with they're the ones who are like, oh, well, we'll just lay off 20,000 people and that will protect us, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of the issue. So I'm sure I'm going to hear pro-communist rhetorics when I am editing this later.
Oh, maybe.
Probably. Copy.
What were we talking? Oh, right, we're talking about digital Devolver, and I'm like, oh, seal quality, and then we start talking about other.
We rambled about. We started rambling. You were like, Devolver Digital is the gold standard for publishers, and I was like, yes.
And also, what was that? Frog Mode from
Big Mode.
Or is it? No, it's Frog Mode.
It's Big Mode.
Is it Big Mode?
It's Big Mode. Big Mode Games. Who hates Xbox and will never ship a game on Xbox, he said. Which makes me sad, because I'm an Xbox fan.
I don't know. I think he will ship a game on Xbox, but he had to make a video. He's tied up in a chair. And someone else is like, so we're publishing this game on the Xbox, and you see it in the background.
No. Donkey would never do that. Here's how you get Donkey to actually put Ship a game on Xbox. You do a video of Donkey and he's like, it's Saw?
Yeah.
It's him wearing a Virtual Boy and it like has a bunch of wires coming out of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's you put a guy wearing P3, you put a guy wearing a Phil Spencer like paper, like his face cut out, a Jeff Keighley face, and then a Sarah Bond face. And it's them being like, you have 12 seconds in order to release a game on Xbox. And then he goes like, yes, I'll release the game on Xbox. Like just hard, like, oh fine, I'll release a game on Xbox. And then like the contraption falls off his head and he goes, oh, that was easy.
Yeah, it's fine, I'll do it.
Fine, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Just put Phil Spencer's face on it. Just for fun. But yeah, no, Big Mode. Big Mode. I haven't seen too much about Big Mode.
One game they put out is Animal Well.
Okay.
Have you not seen Animal Well?
No.
It's the next game I'm gonna probably be purchasing once I get paid again.
I'm going to play this game eventually.
Animal Well. Let's see. Let's go to the web. Yep, Big Mode by Mr. Donkey. It's a Metrovania slash. You know how Tunic had a lot of like secret puzzles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This one does have that too, but I don't think it's as cryptic as Tunic is. But here, I'll share the link in the chat area. But Animal Well is the title coming from Big Mode currently. I think that's the only title coming out from them.
There's two on the website. Stars of Providence is the other one. But yeah,
yes, it's a pixel graphics. You're a tiny. I'm not sure what the heck you are. It's just a tiny dude going around in areas with giant animals trying to stomp you out, and you're trying to just get out. Slash, you're picking up power-ups that are unconventional. Stuff like you have a yo-yo, and you use that to hit buttons on opposite walls or around corners or whatever. And you can blow bubbles, and you go, what the hell does this do? And it turns out, oh, you can make your own platforms, and you're like, oh, and you can use those to jump off of, but they explode once you jump off your own bubble. There's a whole bunch of weird power-ups that you get and go, what the fuck can I possibly do with this? And you realize, oh, that's really helpful. Like, that's basically what this game is. Making discoveries, figuring out what you could do with your weird shit, and then go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like that type of thing. So it's Metroidvania exploration, dungeon crawling type of game. And yeah, it has a unique look and atmosphere to it, and it's definitely it just looks cool, and I should everyone should get it.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll do that. I'm currently kind of like, okay, cool. I'll look into that. Cool.
It's cool as fuck.
You're cool as fuck.
Thanks.
You're the coolest.
Thanks. I'm so cool.
No, you're not. Shut up.
Oh.
You said that. Now I'm offended. I'm hurt emotionally. How could you say that to me? How could this happen to me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else did? Oh yeah, this is the second game I played. We forgot to mention. Scarlet Maiden.
Oh. Okay. Did you actually buy this?
I bought this. I played it. You can't tell because you can't see it because it's hidden on my fucking library.
Josh, I'm gonna take you to a bar.
So, the game is again kind of Metroid, not maybe not Metroid, maybe more what is it, Hollow Knight, in the way that actually roguelike is actually the more better term for this game, because you can pick up weapons, pick up actually dead cells. There we go. Got it.
So we're talking about a sex game, listener, just so you're aware. We're talking about a porn game.
It's a porn game
That was sent to me, and I was like, oh, that's kind of hot. That's kind of, I'm not going to buy this for later and stuff like that. By the way, there's also there's another game that they were making called Spirit Valley, which looks like you have sex with Pokemon.
Is it from the same company, or is it? Oh yes, it's it's not sex with Pokemon. It's really more of like, I don't know. It's anime chicks in Pokemon costumes. That's what it looks like to me. It's not full furry. It's that Asian furry where it's a chick in cat ears, and they count that as a different person.
It's a woman with superior ears, and thus superior in every way.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, totally better. You can bang. Do you want to bang your? Do you want to bang a cat girl, or do you want to bang a
furry?
Yeah. Do you want to bang a furry, or do you want to bang a cat girl? Okay. Now, mind you, that the cat girl comes with some negatives.
Yep.
Mainly the fact that you might have to change a litter box of human shit.
You can teach you to shit in the toilet.
Doesn't matter. It might want to just shit in the shit, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, back to Scarlet Maiden.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Scarlet Maiden is a roguelike very similar to that of Dead Cells, where you kind of go as far as you can, and then you get shot back to beginning, and then you have XP or items you can spend on to get yourself stronger to go to the next level. You have different weaponry you can use to get different kind of either you can attack faster, you have better arcs with the sword, so you get a dagger that makes you attack faster, but you don't have as good arcs or far reach. You can have a sword that has really good arcs and it's mid-range, but you don't have long pokes or anything, and maybe you're a little slow. And then you have the spear, which is very long reach, maybe the slowest out of the weapons / you can poke them from far away, so that's the big benefit. And there is other magical attacks you can do, and also there's a varying of monsters that you can slay in the game, and of course the term slay just means to bone them. Of course, you can't just bone everything. You have to wait for either you get a magical spell that turns them, get them all hot and bothered. So then once you bring their HP down to 0.
Is this just H-Doom but worse?
No. Well, I don't know. H-Doom, you can still play Doom. It's a fantastic game, right?
Yeah, it's Doom with anime girls and tits.
Yeah. So this is like Dead Cells with tits. This is the best comparison I can make. It's basically you're going from beginning to end and back to beginning again, and then going through all your options of stores to buy upgrades, and then going back through the dungeon again. Plus, there's secrets, there's spells and stuff that can make it so that the monsters are, when you defeat them, they're horny, and you could blow their minds. You could blow them minds right out of their heads. And there's a lot of sex going on in the game.
There's sex.
There's sex
in your adult video game.
In your adult video game, how dare they put sex in adult video game?
Don't you want tits and ass and
yeah, I actually got to the part where I defeated the first boss and got on to the second floor or second world of floors of you know going through these floors and then trying to get powerful enough to see if you can get to the boss. I kind of die in bullshit ways of like I'm just not careful enough of like where I'm going and how I'm gonna get there, so I just end up just taking bullshit like pokes from random shit. But at the same time, there's just I feel that they're a way that they make it more difficult to some degree is just add more bullshit to the screen, which I'm not sure if that's a viable way, but that's what the devs chose.
I just have questions, and
I think the pleasing takeaway from this is that at least at the very bare minimum, the gameplay is fine and it's passable. And it's like, okay, that's good enough to keep, like, I guess this very thin thread of sex to keep you going. So really, it's like, okay, like, it's enough to make you go, like, this is engaging to where I'm going to see the next weird sex thing later on. And there's a lot of weird sex things going on in this game. So whatever floats your boat is going to probably show up. Yeah, that's. I think Scarlet Maiden is a big penis out of big penis.
It's not a big penis.
No, it's like I don't know. There's like a normal size penis, and there's like your stallion penis. I think you probably want the normal size penis because it's not going to destroy you. Or cause bodily damage. This is a normal size penis out of normal size penis. It's there's your sex and a passable video game, and that's Scarlet Maiden. Now, am I going to go back to playing this game? Oh, probably.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's very good porn.
Oh, it's just to me, it's more of like, okay, what did they shove in this game that, you know, I just want to see for me, what drives me to see, to play video games most of the time is like, what content did you put in here that is going to be like either story driven or like, oh, I like to play gameplay. I want to see what you did with the gameplay or like, I don't know, stuff like that is like what drives me to see more of the content. And then like in stuff like Scarlet Maiden, it's like, okay, what is this? What is the content you put in here that's going to be worthwhile for whatever money I spend on this game? It says $11. So
what is this game going to include?
Yeah, what is this game going to include? So I just, so far now I'm like, I have to see everything. Oh no, I have to put on the scientific vest and go like, oh well, I have to see everything. The painful work I have to do for science. God.
Science.
I should show this to Ben and go, I did this for science.
I masturbated for science.
I put on a lab coat and put on no pants, and then I said I did this for science.
I was very keen on testing this out for science. I was very keen on watching porn for science.
And
at some point, the band members looked at you and were like, "Is this kid retarded? Why is he telling us that he masturbated for science?"
I do like the sentence, I did this for science, and then you put the porn there, and it's like it's like people who put that there goes, this makes sense, right? I did this for science, and it's like, no. Well, how does this make sense at all? I just love the concept of like you throw that line on top of it and makes it kosher. It's like, not in any way. I'm sorry.
I just remember that when Project Melody started, and everyone was like, "Are you seriously watching porn by yourself right now?" And everyone was, and the joke was, everyone was like, "No, I'm with the science team."
Oh yes, "Are you watching porn by yourself?" And then goes, "No, I'm with the science team."
No, I'm with my boys.
Oh fuck, that's a good short meme right there.
Yeah, that's a good short meme. 100%.
I love it because you hear all the yells and are all from the Half-Life, sound effects. It's perfect.
I just think that, like, we've peaked as a society. We've fully peaked.
Yep.
So
that's the video games I played this week.
yes, you played a good video game that I actually am, like, really interested in.
Yep. And then another video game that you're going to be interested in later.
Another video game that is not in my cart right now.
That's not hovering around the purchase button right now.
No. The fact that you told me that, like, yes, you can buy games privately now, Jeff, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, like, more of the, like, Steam realizes that more of this adult content's going to show up, and it's like, well, we can't stop them because they actually agreed upon, everything under the sun should show up at the store at some point. Maybe not some. At least the pornography games can show up. Not like maybe, games like Hatred or something that can show up. But it's like you have to know the context of why. It's because porn games should show up, but not a game about, like, pure hatred or bigotry towards certain races or genders or whatever. That seems like that's their fine line of, like, okay, it's as long as it's not absolutely bigotry, it's fine.
I mean, like, here's the thing: is like, there's a way to do. How do I say this? When you watch shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that, racism notoriously comes up.
Yeah,
and the way that it's handled is handled very tastefully.
Yeah, in a very sitcom
when we're
manner.
talking about modern day, like, when we're talking about modern day shit where we're like bigotry and racism and stuff like that, nobody has ever been able to be those kind of shows and handle it in a tasteful and productive manner.
Mm-hmm.
And to which I agree with you. And that is something that I miss as somebody who I miss. Like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a really good show.
Yeah.
And like, when we're talking about something like Star Wars and Star Trek, or Star Wars, they were able to do the exact same thing, and it was also willing to be a compelling story. So there are ways to do that kind of stuff, but it's the way that it's being played nowadays that should not, like, saying that, like, racism is okay. No, absolutely not. 100% agree. Like, racism is not okay. But, like, there are ways to kind of do that kind of story, and we shouldn't limit people. But I think nowadays it's safer to just avoid that topic entirely and just look at the past where we kind of had our stuff kind of figured out, per se. If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, no, you're 100% right. Like, there are some games that should not be on Steam.
Yeah, so, like, the way that Steam kind of does, so when you buy, we can purchase for private now, it just means, like, we're just not going to broadcast this to your friends that you bought this kind of,
yes, I can buy with Sex with Hitler now.
Yeah, you can finally buy Sex with Hitler now.
And Sex with Hitler 2.
And Sex with Hitler 2. Finally.
Why would anyone want to play this game?
Oh, boy.
What the fuck?
I think they let that fly simply because satire.
Yes, you can have sex with Hitler.
Like, like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we both don't know what the content is gonna be like? Question mark. But I'm sure.
No, but we can easily find out by spying it and sending it to someone, and then watching the fireworks. Which I might do just for hilarity.
God damn it. God damn it.
It will never be removed from that person's Steam profile.
Actually, there's now... They fixed that too. So it will actually bounce off eventually.
God damn it.
So if the
I
guy
will need
doesn't
to break into this person's house and push accept.
hit the accept button on their account.
I'll just get you to do it.
Oh, God damn it!
Be like, hey, Josh.
I don't want this to show up on my account.
Josh, it's funny.
No.
It's like Google breaking. It's like Google's AI, completely inept and stupid.
No.
It's so bad.
What's Google's AI anyways?
Google Gemini,
Gemini.
So Google Gemini is the AI, and Gemini thinks that it's okay to smoke when you're pregnant.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
Cool.
Gemini thinks that cockroaches lives in cocks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep, that was true. It thinks that there's a special glue that you use. It's like a 4-year. It's like a
kid from high school.
Retarded. It's like worse than a mentally retarded dog.
No, it's like a kid from high school making up shit as he goes, thinking this is how the world works.
No,
this is what it feels like.
It's like a 4-year-old.
It's not a 4-year-old. It's more like it has to be more mature enough to understand what these concepts are.
Pretty smart high schoolers.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I would say junior high. Because it has to be at a point where it understands these concepts, but don't understand it fully.
It thought that there was 8 days in a week. Yeah, like as somebody who I switched off Google, I have stopped using Google 100%.
Oh wow!
I use Google for I use Gmail and stuff like that, but
that's not switching off. That's not fully switching off.
I don't use Google search. It is amazing to me that this is an issue, because it's like, man, that's kind of bad, like really bad, like really, really fucking bad, like holy fucking shit, man, that's bad.
Holy shit.
Like, wow. And this is on top of the other controversies that Google has had that produced great images, like Black Elon Musk.
Yes.
Black Elon Musk, or Black Nazis.
Oh God. Oh no.
Yes.
And it's Google Gemini, it's a thing.
Yes.
Well, great.
It's might be the worst. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think this is it. I don't think. For AI, I understand, for coding and stuff like that, for programming and stuff like that, yeah, I think it's a good tool. I think it works well. I think it helps out a bunch. It saves debugging time. It helps people solve problems. It's a lot better designed thing.
It's a tool that's used for tool's sake, not necessarily trying to make new content per se out of the tool.
Yeah. But
it helps streamline bullshit, but it's not doesn't have enough context to make new content.
Yeah, I've been playing around a little bit with AI music and stuff like that.
Yep.
And just kind of for placeholder stuff and AI art for placeholder for hey, here's kind of what I'm thinking about, and kind of thinking we should probably use and probably kind of try stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for a bit, and now I'm just I can never use this product. I can never use this product because it's going to be so bad. It's literally going to be the worst thing in the world.
Never.
And it's I understand what Google's kind of trying to go after and stuff like that, where they're oh, well, man, we gotta get on this AI train and stuff like that. But they have single-handedly broken the internet multiple times trying to fix this. And they have single-handedly been the main character now 4 or 5 times. And it's not getting better. Every single issue that they're having is the same. It's always the same issue too, where it's like, oh, we did this thing and we put this thing out, and it's like, oh, this is clearly not ready.
Oh God, it's clearly not ready.
Like, and then you have people being like, I don't understand why this is an issue. It's like, it's producing black Nazis. Like, it's saying that, like, you know, it's saying that cockroaches live in people's dicks.
And people's dicks. I'm surprised I didn't say the rooster.
Yeah. It's saying people should eat rocks.
I mean, helps with digestion. Words.
Like, yeah.
It's like we're birds, you know? We got to eat our rocks in order to help digest the food.
It's I don't understand. Hold on. I want to understand. There's a real effort for me to try and understand why they keep doing this, but it's like, I don't get it. Like, why is it showing 8 days a week?
It's definitely, it's something
is it picking up on the Beatles fucking song?
Oh, maybe. Like,
and
yeah,
that's real.
Well, I think what's happening is that whatever data that they're scraping and how they're trying to tweak the knobs and the whatever knobs they're trying to tweak in the background to make it so that it's normal to some degree. It's never ever it probably will going to get normal, but they have to really figure out how to give, again, context to all these things that it's trying to think. Because right now, it's like, oh yeah, there's 8 days in a week, and cockroaches come from your pee and like all this junk, simply because it doesn't. It has no reason or understanding of what it is at all. If anything, it just goes to show that, oh, this is just a classic Chinese room problem. The guy in the room doesn't understand what he's writing, but he's writing anyways.
Yeah.
And he's just matching up to what he's matching up to what the writing is to compare to something else. So, and he has no context for what he's doing. So it's like, yeah, it's just this classic Chinese room problem. It's like, no wonder it doesn't understand the thing.
It's just mental.
Yeah.
Like, and it's mental for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, man, I want to believe. Part of me really thinks that this should believe, but like,
I know, like, and also a lot of people say like, oh, next couple months is going to be crazy good and whatever. And I'm like, sure, but I still doesn't feel like it's getting anywhere close.
Well, it's like the same thing where it's like, oh, well, like, it's like, here's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I'm excited for having something where I can punch in code into a game engine, and like, it will go, hey, this is going to produce a bug. Like, where it goes, this is likely going to cause a bug. This is likely going to cause a bug. Where it looks at the code and goes, here are the set of bugs that we think this code is going to produce.
Yep.
And everyone's like, whoa, everyone's like, oh, well, it's going to take away jobs. It's like, no, it's not. Because nobody was ever going to spend $200 to have their fucking D&D character rendered out by you. Sorry. Like, that's the other thing I'm interested about, is like, when like people like me are like, hey, I kind of want to see what this would look like if I paid an artist to kind of go after this. And then I see a rendering and it's like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. I would actually kind of use that. That's actually amazing. Huh. Or something along those lines. Like, that's the kind of thing that I'm interested in. Or like, even like simple kind of like, how do I say this? Simple stuff where it's like, hey, I'm using it to develop episode 8, where episode 8 is actually good and stuff like that. Like, we're years out from that. But like, we're getting pretty close. And like, I just can't fathom, why would you ship something that is mentally stupid. And you're one of the most powerful and big companies in the world. You have a stocker that's equivalent to like close to Microsoft. And this is the kind of shit you're pulling.
Yep.
Yeah. I have questions. Serious questions. But that's me.
Oh boy. Well, how long have we been talking for? At least hour and 10 on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that a podcast or is there more stuff to talk about?
I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to try and stream. I'm going to try and stream this week. So that's kind of like a
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there'll be something. I'm going to try and stream Hellblade. One of us should probably go to Furiosa, but I don't know.
Furiosa.
Yeah, the new movie.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Black Mind Games podcast. You listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You subscribe to us on your favorite podcast in the app of choice. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Pixelated desire drips, virtual screens rise. Neon lights on flesh corrupt, but expressed to lies. Synthetic ecstasy. Digital loss unleashed, virtual devouring souls take flight. Digital lust unleashed, virtual debauchery feast. There's a bite, twisted cold in the dark. Our minds are own. Our minds are own.
That's the thing I think that pisses me most off about the game industry right now. By the way, I started recording. Is like I came to the conclusion that like what's wrong with the game industry is, hold on, let me read my post.
Yeah.
Which I screamed into the void again. And was like, this is bullshit and everyone should fucking annoy this. Somebody was like, hey, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with gaming? Why is it dying? What the fuck went wrong with this industry? And I just responded with, executives, businesses, and consultants. Consumers are pushed out, franchises are destroyed or burned to the ground. Critics think that they are arbiters of truth, not journalists, and regurgitating companies' messages. Consultants make boneheaded decisions, and the industry fails. Stagnation then creeps in. Instead of making something new, which is hard, rebuild the games, make sequels, and everyone wants a new game in Act series, which slowly kills the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
That was my comment. I think it's accurate. I'm probably wrong. There's probably somebody being like, hey, he's a moron. But I don't know which. Anyways, shall we start the podcast and talking about dick jokes and dicks and...
Sure. I actually did play video games this week, so...
What? Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I played a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I played 2 games. I'm trying to figure out what I actually played. Nope, not that one. Okay, maybe it's just 1 game and I played Pepper Grinder.
No.
I liked it. It's good. Pepper Grinder, it's a fun game. Hold on. Here, I'll put this in the... Where did I put this? Topic list? I'll put it on top of the list. There we go. Also, there's a lot of games on Steam that are just on sale, apparently.
It's almost like a Steam sale.
Like a Steam sale, but not really.
Man, I just really love how it's summer and how it doesn't feel like there has been any good games this year worth talking about.
I always think that if you're, let's say you're an indie artist and you're gonna put out a game in the summer. If
That's
you can.
That's what I always thought, but like right now it just feels like as if like there's like the highlights have all been indies or remakes.
Yeah. That's what I always felt like.
Excluding Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 and
Baldur's Gate 3 was last year.
Oh, was it? Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it was. Okay.
Yeah. So like it's like oh well, this people are gonna be like well there was good games this year, and it's like what?
What AAA title can you possibly think of?
What was the AAA title that set the world on fire?
That somehow it's not an indie title.
And knowing Sony fanboys, they're going to be like, well, it was this game, and you're going to be like, no, it wasn't. You're fucking retarded. Get the fuck out of here. You're dumb.
Get out of here.
Or the best part is going to be like the Xbox fans who are like, it was this game, and you're going to be like, no. Plus, Xbox doesn't deserve the fucking benefit of the doubt we give them. Especially after what they did to poor Tango Gameworks. Like, no. Just no. The best game of the year, my bet is, the best game of the year is probably going to be another indie Grand Slam, and it's going to be like, it's not going to be like Hi-Fi Rush, it's going to be like something stupid. It's going to be like something like, hold on, let me check my fucking thing.
Oh, I did play another game. Hold on. I'll post the link.
Is it going to be, it's going to be a porn game. I'm trying to find a porn game. It's going to be, oh dear.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm like, oh, they go that far? Oh, they go that far? Oh, they go that far?
It's going to be oh dear, a game where you play as deer, or what the fuck? What is this game? Is this a porn game? This is a porn. What the?
Yeah, first you go, is this a porn game or is it just really loot? Nope, it's actually a porn game.
Wow, why is okay? Maybe no. I'm not going to add this to my wish list. I'm not going to add this to my wish list. I'm not going to buy this. And
here's the thing: you can buy it secretly. You can do that now.
Wait, what?
Do you not know that they have that feature now? When you buy something, you say, "I want this private," and it doesn't show up to your friends.
Yes, I can. Yes, I want porn game for my Steam Deck.
Yes, I like to end my night with a Steam Deck game of Scarlet Maiden.
Why? Yes, I'm going to play Scarlet Maiden. It's going to be. Is this even released this year? It was released last year. God damn it, Josh. I'm beginning to think that the play is to like just make a fucking porn game.
Oh frick! I mean, it'd be easy money at first.
Yeah.
It's just that we have to hire, artists that know what they're doing.
We just have to hire. No, we don't even need to do that. We just put in the biggest tits in the fucking universe.
No, you have to make it look good.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We hire hookers.
No.
We hire call girls.
No.
And then we use their bodies as actual reference material. We 3D scan them.
Uh-huh.
And then when everyone goes, that's not based off a real woman, we just show them pictures of the scans.
That's another level of I don't know.
Why would anyone? Josh is like, why would we buy call girls? What the fuck? Why would anyone do this?
Why would anyone do this?
I like best indie games of 2019, and then it's Russian.
Of course.
Yeah, Russians. I extremely recommend this game. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, and also I got another thing I could talk about what happened on Twitter.
It's always nice when you see Bolt Gun. Oh, that's a new expansion. Oh, cool. More Bolt Gun.
So I found this video on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was looking at this. It's a music video, and it thought it was from a band I know of called Little Big.
Yeah.
And then as I was watching it, I was like, "This is not making any sense," and this is not doesn't feature anyone of the band in this video at all. And finally, when they do feature someone from the band, it's only the singer, and it looks like shit. And I was actually kind of confused because I'm like, what? The content in this video is supporting Trump. It's in the style of the band that I like. So it's like, who the fuck? Like,
why would anyone support Trump?
Well, it's like, no, but it's like one of those like really bad, like, you can tell this person, like, it's the MO of the band doesn't match the MO of what the fuck this video is. So it's just confusing to me of like, what the hell is this? And it turns out this fucker, for whatever reason, decided to share his video with me. Is it's like, yeah, look, your band that you like is supporting this fucking US president or going to be US president. And I'm like, that's not this band's MO. At all.
I don't think that that's like the worst thing in the world.
But here's the thing: this whole video is AI.
Did you just learn about AI like sound? Music.
But the thing is like, yeah, like, well, not the AI. I know the AI music is pretty convincing. But like the way that they made this video, it kind of threw me through a loop because I'm like, oh, they must have hired actors and also did AI art on top of it in order to confuse the shit out of me. Because I'm like, I know the band I like to listen to. I know what their political beliefs are, and it doesn't match this video at all.
I mean, here's my opinion on like whenever like celebrities or bands get political. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'm not famous in the slightest.
Yeah, but also another thing.
I don't give a shit about my friends' political beliefs.
There's also another thing about this video is that it's not a real video from the band, and this is the first time I've seen something that I came across that they're using any of all available technology at their disposal to pass this off as real.
Yeah.
and that's this is not good.
This is the problem with AI. Is like, and like we could talk a little bit about this today. Is like this is the problem with AI. Is like you end up in a situation where you're like, man, like AI is really cool, great for helping programming and stuff like that. Fantastic, best thing in the world. Okay, and it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna like help out people actually better, and like it's for what it's used for like getting started on a project. Great, fantastic, smartest thing in the world. Yeah, everything else that sucks. It's the worst thing in the world. For like providing concept art ideas and stuff like that, great, fantastic. Probably using it for an idea I had and I'm writing up right now, which I might have you look at, might have some people look at just to kind of get their opinions on. But like the maliceness and the intent of people being like, we're going to use this thing for like to push a political agenda, you're just damaging yourself.
Yep.
It's like whenever somebody goes like, oh, Joe Biden, he's the best president in the world. It's like, no. Are you even in reality? It's like the same thing. It's okay if somebody doesn't support Trump. It's okay if somebody doesn't support Biden. I think they're both fucking retarded. Mm-hmm. Out of both of them, though, the one person I like is like, out of both of them, if I had to if I had to not kill one and had to deal with them for like 4 years, I'd choose Trump because he gives me at least like two things I want. Less war is a good thing, Josh.
I guess, but I still don't think Trump is even the better option. 3
Middle Eastern peace deals, all recognizing Israel as a place. Israel and Hamas were dying down. There was actually there was actually talk about Hamas and Israel actually putting down their weapons and actually going to peace.
Okay.
That was an actual process that was actually being worked up to. The Afghanistan war was ending.
Okay.
Benefits I understand some people where they're like, no, not even a fucking cent. But like, it's like, okay, like, I would rather not send people to go die in a fucking country because you can't handle the president. And I understand some people are like, no, I like when we like waste a bunch of money and destroy a bunch of things and send a bunch of stuff that doesn't work to a country that has to use it to blow up tanks. I like that, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I have a former coworker who also might be like now dead. There's a little bit more personal reasons why I kind of am like, I don't really support this. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is like I have never seen a video specifically targeting something that's in like political gain in some degree, like and trying to pass off as real as I never seen this before.
Yeah, it's just kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, this is super fucked.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you want to sync and?
Yeah, we'll start the show.
Okay.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.